Welcome back once again in the course of Certified Ethical Hacker. In this session, I'm going to cover the kill chain of an hacker, or you can understand that how a hacking can be done, or what are the steps a hacker follow in order to do the hacking. So if I go to the kill chain, I have taken a screenshot from the website of an EC Council. You can see the slide, slide off there, and over there, there's mentioned as a cyber kill chain. So if you focus here, the very first thing any hacker would do, or if I would have been a hacker, what I will do very first, I will do the reconnaissance. So here the reconnaissance means that the gather data on the target to probe for weak points. So obviously, like wherever, if you want to attack someone, very first what you will do, you will gather information that what are the resources available there, whatever the OS. For example, let's suppose you are want to attack a country, right? Or there's a war situation. So what you will do, you just uh, identify the information where their troops are deployed, how many aircraft they are having, what's their power, how many what many troops are deployed on which location, and what are the things you want to do. So based on that, you can say that you will plan your strategy, and accordingly you will attack it. But here in the cyber threats, the very first thing you will do, you will collect the information about the operating system. What is the OS they are deploying? What are their vulnerabilities, right? How you can attack that system or software. IP address information, scanning of the ports, that what are the ports are open, what are the weak points over there. So this is basically the information a hacker collects before launching an attack. Okay. Next thing, once we have collected this information that we know our target very well, next thing he will do is the weaponization. So weaponization is like create a deliverable malicious payload using an exploit and a backdoor. So now it's your job, or a job of a hacker, to develop a malicious code according to the information we have collected here. Right. So we have collected certain information, what are the OS vulnerabilities and all, and I will specifically design a code or develop a code, obviously a malicious code, in order to attack that one, and that's what it will go here and destroy the target. So I'm just doing the weaponization. I'm developing the code which will target. Now, next thing, once you have, you can say you have created a missile. Now you have a missile developed according to your target. Now it's very important that you launch that missile, right? So the delivery of the code or the malicious code you have developed. So now it's very important that you deliver it in the right place. Now, how you will deliver it? Because you have a malicious code, or you can say you have a virus, whatever it will be, like antivirus, malware, Trojan, whatever it is, right? So accordingly, you will have some target, and accordingly you have developed. So now it's your responsibility to deliver that malicious code on the right person. So what are the methods you can use to deliver that malicious code? So either it could be a email that you can send to the user and ask them to click on something, or like unnecessarily that user clicks it. But obviously this is one of the delivery method, that email will be used to deliver your weapon or the malicious code. Or you can send an infected USB, you just plug it, and that's how it got delivered. Till now you have your malicious code in place, and it has reached the destination, it has been delivered. Now it's time to detonate it. Okay. So detonation means like it has reached the right place. Now you have to blast it. So if you have, there's a missile, you have reached the place. Now it has to detonate it. Either you detonate it by yourself, itself, or you put a timer to detonate it, or you put some trigger to do that one. Okay, so now it's a job of the exploitation here. Exploit the vulnerability by executing code on the victim system. So obviously you know that whatever vulnerability you have collected based on the reconnaissance there, and now you are trying to exploit that, or you have detonated, or you run that malicious code in order to exploit that vulnerability, whatever is there. Okay, so now you are doing the exploitation by running that malicious code, whatever you have just delivered to your target. Now, installation. So obviously you have done the delivery of their malicious code, and now it's job to install the malware on the target system. So it's not the malware whatever you have delivered, it's the additional system or additional malware you will deploy, because now you have the malicious code already injected, so you can deploy another malicious tool to completely attack the target. So what can be the benefit of doing this one? Doing the additional installation, now you can have the command and control. So it means that now you can, by deploying these additional malwares or additional systems, you can control the target system. So create a command and control channel to communicate and pass data back and forth. So whatever the data I have to send or receive, that I can do it via these additional software, whatever we have installed, or the malware we have installed. After that one, because now we have full control of the system, now it's time to perform our objective, that why basically we launched an attack, or what is the purpose of a hacking. Okay, so now we will perform the actions to achieve the intended objective. So for example, our target was to, our target was the credentials harvesting, that we want to steal all the credentials. Then we do that. If our job was DDoS attack, we will try to do that. If our target was to shut down the system or corrupt the system, we will try to achieve that. We want to steal some data. There was some confidential information stored on system. We want to try to get that information. So that's what, like, overall path a hacker will follow. So this is like overview, you can say. It's not the thing that I'm going to tell right now, because you're not in the situation, or whatever I have covered till now, you will not be in the situation to do these things right away. But obviously, I will be covering all those things. Okay. And whatever I'm telling you right now, these are just for your information, or like approach of an hacker, so that you can defend your system. So now you know that kill chain, that how basically a hacker will be doing the things. So if you block the hacker in any of the stages, you can stop the hacker to achieve the final stage. So if you, even if you stop here, like the malicious code was delivered, but still you did not allow them to detonate it, you're still the safe. You will safely delete that whatever the malicious code it was there, and your system are safe. Okay. Or you block the hacker during the reconnaissance, you block that IP address, or you take the certain actions, you are still safe there. Okay. But obviously, if you are blocking in this stage, so certain harm has been there, but still you cannot, still you can save your environment by, it is doing the additional software installation, and he cannot achieve their target. So for example, their target was to steal the confidential information, so they haven't done that. So at least your, they tried to breach it, the breach was there, but they were not able to steal that required information or the confidential information, that is still the same. So you might have, if you read a article in the Hacker News, or like any other popular websites which report these attacks, you might be listening that a website says that, okay, yes, there was a breach in our system, but hackers were not able to steal anything or get anything from here. So it means the situation that they might be blocked somewhere here in this situation. Okay, so this is it. We have some other terminologies here. That's what I will try to explain it. Okay, because I'm considering that you are a beginner in a hacking scenario. So you should be aware of the certain terminologies before you proceed further. Okay, so if I go to the next step, so what are the steps to perform the ethical hacking? So obviously, whatever I have explained you, these are the steps we will follow. But in order to do that, or for doing it, it also follows the certain type of thing. So very first thing, it does the reconnaissance, and I have explained to you very well that what are the reconnaissance, like collecting the information, whatever the information available for the systems. Okay, so it could be like operating system, IP address, ports, what are the uh, processor you are using. So all of the details, hardware version, so all the information that you want to collect it here. Next thing is your scanning. So like you will try to scan whole network. For example, you got 100 IP addresses available. In 100 IP addresses, what are the ports open? So is it open for the SSH port number, or it's open for port 22 or S443 or whatever the critical ports available? So if maximum number of ports available, the maximum chances are there that we can get into the system. Okay. Next thing is like gaining the access. So once we have all the information, now we will try to gain the access. So how you will gain the access? For that, you will launch the malicious code. That's what we have learned in the previous slide. That was the kill chain, right? So now we'll send the malicious code and we'll try to gain access or by the installing the additional malwares. Okay. I think this color is a little bit not. Yeah, this is better. And once we have that gain that access, being a good hacker, what I will do, I will maintain the access. Will I try to lose that access? For example, I have gained the access. The best hacker is how long he can maintain that access. And obviously, that is undetected. If anybody got detected, you will be removed from the system, right? So it is very important that the best hacker or the very good hackers are there who like gain the access of your system, and the organization don't know that a hacker is having access, and they continue maintaining access. So I have heard like in one of the organization, the news I was listening, that a hacker got and keep the access for I think years, a few years. He kept the access of an organization and keep on reading that information and getting the information. So the best hacker, but it is like worst for any organization or the safety of the any organization. Okay, and obviously like he must be undetected. And now if he once he has done its job, for example, I'm hacker, I have gained the access, I have steal the information. Next thing what I will do, I will clear my tracks. Will I let anybody catch me? No, I will delete the logs. So, for example, if I access any website, I hack that, and after that one, uh, I steal the information there by creating some dummy credentials or admin credentials. Okay, admin user I created, and obviously, then what I will do, I will delete that admin user. Right, so whatever I have done, like log on to the website, hack it, steal the information. So if there's a good organization, everything might have been logged on the server. So whatever the best hacker is there, he will try to clear all this information, that whatever he has done before leaving the system, he will clear all the tracks, so that even after 1 year, or like if you have detected, you will stop it instantly. But in case you haven't find that hacker and he has steal that information, he will never let you know that somebody has happened. He will clear its tracks so that you never find him. So the best way, or people are doing, they are deploying the SIEM tool and doing the 24 cross 7 monitoring. The instantly, for example, you got an alert that somebody has breached the system, instantly you block that or get the details of that one. There are chances, if a very good hacker, he might break into your system, install a malware, steal the information, and clear the tracks. So if after the uh, 2 months or 3 months you are doing the forensics, you don't find anything because all the tracks are gone. Obviously, like it's almost impossible to delete all the logs, but yeah, it can be done. So nothing is like impossible in this world. So it is possible, and you have to bear with it. All right. So this is it for this session. This is like, I think, quite enough time. I will come back with like next details or how the hacking can be done. So this is like entire content I'm going to cover for the certified ethical hackers. So stay tuned with me and wait for the good videos. All right. See you soon in the next videos.